Hello everyone, Anton is here, and today I want to talk about advanced prompting in ComfyUI to make our generation more controllable without the color bleeding, which happens quite a bit. If you're not familiar with the basics of the software, I did introduction to ComfyUI. The link is in the description. Check it out, and let's go get started. Let's start with a new workflow. I'll go browse templates and click on image generation. And right now I cannot see it. I have to kind of scroll down, move down, and find our node system. For base model, I will use Epic Photogasm. I will give the link in the description. It gives a better realistic images. And I want to run a white vase with red flowers prompt. Press Ctrl Enter to run the generation and check it out. And I'm running two of them at the same time because my Q batch is here. I just want one at this point. Also, if I press Q, my letter Q, it will show me the previous generations. You can see I've tried a few just before. The first thing I want to talk about is about influencing the strengths of the prompt. So if I put red in brackets and I put a column here and say 1.5 and then put another bracket there and press Ctrl Enter, it will rerun it and it will try to make the red more red. And if I press Ctrl up arrow or Control down on this stage or Ctrl up, it will change the intensity of this value. The way they write in documentation, you want to put the value between 0.5 and 1.5. So, and I've tried putting too much, like 3. I'll say 2.2 in this case. It just goes way too red. It starts to introduce a lot of artifacts. Another prompt conditioning I can do, I can put the series of prompts in brackets. So I want to have red, blue, yellow, pink flowers separated by this column. And if I run my batch, in this case I'm running 4 of them, it will randomly cycle through different colors here. There's no actual loop, it's just random cycling. And here we start to see a problem with the prompt. So when ComfyUI reads this, they will start to compute these colors and they start to mix these colors in the prompt all together. So sometimes we'll get like a vase with blue flowers and white flowers. Sometimes the background will get more blue or background will go more pink, and there is no control over that. However, we can enforce that control with an extra conditioning. First, I need to create a new prompt window. So I'll go clip encode, just prompt. I will collect the clip model there. And then I will go for conditioning. In this case, it is Concat Conditioning. Control mouse, left mouse click, drag, just drag this all out. And let me just connect these two nodes together and connect it to the positive of the K sampler. And what is concat? It stands for concatenation. I hope I said it right. And essentially, it's putting words together or arrays together. In this case, they give an example of putting a snow and a ball into a snowball. Or say if you have numbers like 3, 5, 7, 8, it will make it a string of 3, 5, 7, 8. So we don't actually combine those numbers together, like we don't type in like 22. We separate the strings, each individual element, and then we combine it together, but without actual merging it. It is much easier to demonstrate in practice, so I will have 2 prompts. One is our white vase, and another one is the red flowers. So now it's separated, and we will not get a pinkish or red background or red table if they're combined that way. So if I press Ctrl Enter, press Q, I'm getting my red flowers and clean background. I mean, in this case, white vase became a little bit transparent. I ran a batch of 4, and mostly I am getting just the red flowers in a vase. Sometimes it will glitch out and give me flower field, or will give the vase, make it transparent. In that case, we can enforce the negative prompt and put transparency in here to make sure it doesn't appear again, though sometimes it still does. All right, I run a new batch. Now no more transparent vases. And I want to reiterate this. If I just put white vase, red flowers, we have these tokens and the weights is distributed across the board. Therefore, we are getting this mix of red flowers with white flowers. So it is quite unpredictable. Sometimes it does the job well, but it's better to condition these particular things. And we can introduce another prompt here. So I'll Control select these 2 prompts, Control C, Control Shift V to keep the connections together. And what I want to do is I want to connect this conditioning to here. So now we have our first input white vase, second input red flowers, and then I want to go with a black background. and then it will connect it to the positive prompt. And when I run it, it should create a white vase with red flowers on a black background without too much color mixing. However, it's not doing a great job because I did a spelling mistake. And let's rerun this. And now we're getting this result against a black background. Sometimes it still glitches out and gives, in this case, we still get a black vase. Overall, creates some more predictable prompts and more predictable results. And then we just have to cherry pick the stuff that is fitting our needs. If you don't know about this, you'll be kind of in hell because that will be unpredictable and will mix up the colors all over the place. I want to try another node. This one is average conditioning average. So we'll plug in our positive outputs. And now it's set at 1. So if I render it now, it will show me mostly just the red flowers because it's got the strongest value set at the flowers. If I put it at 0.5, it will try to produce me a balanced image with white vase and red flowers. And if I drop it to something like 0.21, it will create vase with white flowers and white vase. Now I want to try something more interesting. I'm trying white skull and gold crown. I put man, woman, female, male into the negative prompt. However, it's still giving me some male. And since the value is quite low, it's picking up the white skull mostly. It's not picking up anything from the gold crown. And if I jump over a bit higher, it will make everything golden, including the skull. It will be turned gold, or it will just show me the gold crown. But actually, if we drop to maybe this value, it will show me the skull. And yeah, there we go. The golden skull plus the golden crown and a glitch female with something like a skull on top. This one is really fascinating. I really like to change the values and play with that because it would give me some interesting random result. I did a bit more prompt engineering, so now it's white skull isolated, and I put a face there, so it started to show me less faces. And I got this guy, which I quite like. This one where the concat will work much better. And real quickly I did that. Did a concat node, gold crown, white skull. Now it's not trying to merge it all together. We have a gold color that she's not mixing with the skull. Then I picked the image I liked and I upscaled it 4 times using the workflow I showed in my previous video. So click on it on the screen or check in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.